Oh man, I'm starting really late. Alright. A little late, but I want to make some progress tonight, so. Come on, is my stream up? Come on, YouTube. You're not answering my question. There it is. Okay. Finally. Alright, so I was reevaluating this dungeon a little bit off camera since I wasn't having as good of a time as I have in the past. And the fault with this dungeon is that it is drawn out, and I think... So my past two playthroughs, I didn't have a problem with the dungeon itself. I didn't get super frustrated with it, or annoyed with it, like I did in the stream last time. I think it's because I took it in segments, whereas this time I was trying to push through more of it than I normally would. Because I typically play a game for about half an hour a day. I don't record in advance, I record the day that I upload. So, my advice to those of you who are playing this dungeon and you're annoyed by it, just take a step back and try and cut it into segments. Don't be in a hurry to finish the game, because it's gonna make it unfun. And a game should never be unfun. Well, I take that back. A video game doesn't have to be fun. But if you're looking to get fun out of it, definitely take a step back. Because there's some games that I don't think necessarily have to be fun. They can make you think, they can be scary. You know, some people don't like being scared, they don't consider that fun. It really depends on the developer's goals with the game. But I don't think they all have to be fun. They can be educational, but they don't have to be fun. Alright, so, am I hasted up right now? I am. Are there any other buffs that I could use? This Archon's R wouldn't be bad.
I am ready. I won't let you down. Battles await. Speak.
We'll throw out a prayer.
You can count on me. Here.
You require my assistance?
I think that's it for buffs right now. Alright, so what I want to do is send my wyverns over here. Actually, I might send them over here to intercept this this one guy that stands right there. We'll send everyone else over here to take out the Monarch. That has to be my priority here. I'm gonna throw out some skeletons here. That'll help out tremendously. I'm gonna try and intercept some of these archers with the wyverns. That'll help maybe distract them. Oh yeah, we need to drop a stinking cloud here. Try and crowd control what we can, and then once the Monarch is dead, start focusing fire. I feel good, I'm revitalized. I took a nice lengthy break from the game, I'm back. Ready to wreck face. Oh, he's running away, that's fine. So he's dealt with temporarily. And we burn this guy down. And we take this guy down, easy peasy. It's just a lot easier once you focus up. Wasn't focused last time. Easy peasy. I mean, if I can take out the spawn of Rovagug in 3 attempts, the House at the Edge of Time is nothing. Alright, so I'm a little concerned about what lies in here.
State your desire. What's the hold up?
We'll drop a couple of heals. And then get wrecked some more face. Oh, I thought they were. Oh, they're in here. My bad. Sorry, Sheikah. I came in prepared for war. And I got a neutral NPC.
Run them through.
Alright, once again, try to burn through these guys as fast as we can. Drop a cloud kill back here. Alright, focus fire. Alright, he's gonna die. Should have had him go in first. Let's reload that. Send in Jaethal first, because she can't die. And if she goes down... oh man, almost choked on my tea. If she goes down, it doesn't matter, because she's not a source of damage. So we'll send her in first.
I'm not afraid.
Everyone else will follow suit. Try to sustain her if we can. Doesn't really matter if we do or don't. I wouldn't mind slowing these guys down. Now, I can't get my Barbarian in there, but we have a bunch of undead going into tank. And Harem can heal himself, which we'll do a little early. He's about to take a bunch of damage anyway.
Face me if you dare.
Hey, welcome to the stream, Boggart. Yeah, it was fate. I've come back.
The end draws near.
I'm a little late because I was watching Lord of the Rings, and I don't make a lot of exceptions for cutting Lord of the Rings short, so had to finish it.
Onward.
Alright, I do need to get him in here somehow. He doesn't fit past all these darn
This
skeletons.
body holds no more.
Alright, let's get a slow in here as well. Yeah, I messed up and I summoned those undead too soon.
Could be worse, and will be.
I would like you to heal yourself, buddy. Keep yourself in the fight just a little longer, my friend. See, I can't risk him dying because I don't think I have any resurrects.
This quick.
This will be a bit of a problem. If I didn't have all those darn undead blocking my Barbarian, it wouldn't be a problem. So maybe I need to have Jaethal run in first, and then my Barbarian. So now he shouldn't be blocked.
Taste my fury.
Perfect. Okay. It's all about positioning. They're in a cloud kill, though actually slow is probably the better defensive option. Since I'm concerned about their DPS. Alright, then we need a focus fire. We'll focus this guy down. I don't know why Harem is so far in there. But he's going to take a lot of unnecessary damage. Which I'm not super keen on. Alright, let's cut down this guy, because he's not feared. Alright, let's drop a couple of these if we can. Stay in the fight as long as you can, big guy. He's gonna go down. Yeah, that last arrow. I wish you could control your skeletons. So I would definitely send them in there first, but you can't, which is a little lame. I might have one more resurrect available. Yeah, so we'll use that. Where's she at? Oh, she's up here trying to melee. Whoops.
This is for you.
You combined Master Dawn into one word and just made it Mastodon.
Well, sorry.
You got yourself a pretty good band.
You have my attention. Speak. Tashani Savitur. Tashani Savitur. Tashani Savitur. Tashani Savitur. Tashani Savitur. Tashani Savitur. Tashani Savitur.
I really wish you saw her shield and I didn't accidentally sell it. Make this whole area a little easier. She shouldn't be as prone to dying. Also, my green tea tastes a little funny. It almost tastes salty.
How curious.
Ring of protection +5. Not the greatest. We're almost done. We're gonna go back and rest at the entrance here in a second anyway. So we almost finished clearing out our first layer of the dungeon. There's the library. I'm not going to deal with the puzzle yet until we've explored everywhere else in the dungeon, because you need all the books you find throughout the dungeon.
Onwards!
So all these are for the puzzle books, or part of the puzzle.
What a surprise.
So I don't need to interact with any of those shelves yet.
We do it my way. I'm losing my temper.
But I think I am now out of resurrection scrolls, so I need to be careful going forward until I get access to a cleric, which I don't have access to. Well, I can always rest. You know what? I've been dying a lot lately, so let's take care of that. Jolting Portent, I don't use, and I'm probably never going to use that summon, so... Oh, I just selected the same thing. We'll grab some Resurrections, just to have in one hand. Because I've been playing a little careless, a little fast and loose with my lives lately.
I won't be halted.
Alright, so we'll go back up top, we'll rest, and then we will
Battles await.
explore the second layer of the dungeon. Did I explore upstairs? I think I did. I don't remember. Yeah, no, I explored upstairs. Right.
We do it my way.
So do we have enough to rest as it stands? Nope, we don't have any. Let's grab us some... Ooh, a shining scale. Actually, here you go. Full plate plus 5. I guess we could give that to what's his face? Ring of Ultimate Protection might come in handy. Alright, let's see what our main party has equipped real quick. Alright, I'm not getting rid of the Ring of Circumstance or the Colossus Ring. I do like the bonus to Constitution. Though this would be nice. Do I get anything out of this? I do get a bunch of armor class. That's probably better. I don't need the Colossus Ring. What do we have here? Physical form plus 6 and physical perfection plus 8. Oh. That's a big upgrade. There you go, buddy. She doesn't gain anything off the Constitution, so I feel like that's a waste. Where like someone like her would benefit much more. Well, she already has that. There you go. You're hurting a little bit in that department. Hey Hector, welcome to the stream, buddy. Glad to have you here. Eight and 8. Y'all are all set. And there we go. Ooh, Cloak of Resistance plus 6. Forgot that you even got that. We'll give it to her. Oh yeah, absolutely. Demon Souls is my favorite of the Souls. If it's coming to PC, oh man, can't wait for a Let's Play of that. That is definitely my favorite of the Souls games. Which I probably discussed before, hence you mentioning it. Mostly because, again, I put the most time into that. Played a little bit of Dark Souls, and not so much of the other games. Never even touched Bloodborne. Though Bloodborne did look good, but I don't have a PlayStation. So. Oh, that's really good. Who would this benefit the most? Some more armor class and mirror image, though I think... God, I really want to play through this game again as a tank paladin, so I can get all these good items. Now we'll hold on to that with him, and then we'll give this to her. She loses... No, she doesn't lose natural armor. She has it here. Or here. Or... No, it just replaces it. Never mind. She doesn't have natural armor now. Well, she gets natural armor from bark skin. So yeah, she doesn't need that. Yeah, this works out. Well, I'm glad. Yeah, because I'm definitely going to play it if it comes to PC. I don't actually know if that was confirmed or not. I didn't look into it too much, but I did see the announcement for it. We'll grab another 6. Yeah, that's one of my favorite games. I have to try to remember all like the NPC interactions and stuff. The game had a lot of nuance to it, a lot like the Souls games do. Such a good game. Okay, my green tea tastes funny. I think I let it steep too long. Oh, whoops. Continue. There we go. Alright, I do want to go confirm. I'm pretty sure that I've cleared upstairs already.
Onwards.
I need to go confirm that. I guess I could level up everybody. Nah, I'm not gonna worry about it right now. I shouldn't have to use the rest of the companions going forward anyway. What loot did I miss? Oh, a chest.
No one stands in my way.
I wonder if they'll bring back the online for it as well.
I lead, you follow.
Because a large portion of when I played it, I think the servers were down.
All this waiting.
Oh, wait, no, I need to go this way. Check upstairs. No, I had to go gone upstairs, yeah, because I went through the basement, which you access from upstairs. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and buff
Let's
up.
move already.
Request.
You require my assistance?
Ask.
A minute per level. It's like 19 minutes. It's plenty of time. Stone Skin Communal lasts 10 minutes. I'll go and activate Death Ward. I'll put Death Ward on everybody. Yeah, I haven't played... Again, I played the first Dark Souls. I enjoy them, but they require a certain mood to play. I don't always feel like playing them. But I do feel like
State your desire.
just playing it casually, just taking your time and going through the world is the best way to play those games. Because the atmosphere in those games
Notice awaits us.
is, I think, one of its strongest aspects. I want casting Archon's Aura. I might save that for now. We're going to activate it now. Oh yeah, yeah, they are fun to watch.
I'm glad you called. Ready and willing.
Knock out some of these.
My skills are getting rusty.
Unimosi travisi. Unimosi travisi. Unimosi travisi. Unimosi travisi. Unimosi travisi. Ona adayana.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and put spell resist on a few of us.
Adayana. Ona adayana. Ona adayana.
Yeah, I remember
Ona adayana.
there was one enemy in particular I kept grinding over and over and over and over again the first time I played through Demon Souls, so I could get enough skill points
What's new? Yes?
to one-hand bastard swords. So I thought that was the neatest thing. So when I first played it, I was just obsessed with the fact that you could swap between like one and two-handed. So I found a bastard sword that I couldn't wield well with one hand, so I had to grind up until I could have enough strength to wield it with one hand.
I'm losing my temper.
So that I could use a shield with it, of course. Good game. It was the Red Knight outside of King What's-His-Face's tomb. Towards the beginning of the game. Grinded the heck out of that guy.
Let's make this quick.
Oh. Sure.
I'll fight if I
We'll
have
fight.
to.
I didn't put freedom of movement on anybody. That might be a problem. I'm not gonna reload because I'm not going anywhere without freedom of movement. Not in the House at the Edge of Time. Or end of time. Is it end or edge? Whatever. Could the edge not be the end? Who knows? Edge of time. Okay. Have we gone through the thing yet? I don't think so. Oh yeah, shoot. Need to put freedom of movement on. Or FOM. For short.
No one stands in my way.
Yes?
Who has it available to them?
The end draws near.
There's one casting of it.
Request.
Oh, I wasted all of her freedom of movements on Death Ward.
My skills are getting rusty.
Ugh.
Patience.
Alright, didn't plan ahead. Or is this the one that I just activated? Ah, shoot. Hold on. I got all turned around.
I won't be halted.
I'm not afraid.
No, sorry. Nope, y'all need to focus this guy and haste up. Alright. Okay, okay, but chill out.
This spell's purpose is different.
Yep, you're right, that is a different purpose. I'm not trying to do that. There we go, perfect. Take this guy out. There we go.
All this waiting bores me.
I'm pretty sure there's another enemy, or more enemies on this side.
Face me.
Yep, there's one.
A clever ploy.
Hi there, Harem. You can go and heal yourself if you want to. Oh, Octavia, you silly Billy. Get out of here.
This is for you.
There we go.
We do it my way.
Alright, so I think this is the next mirror we have to click on. Nope. Maybe it's upstairs? I don't remember. I know one of the ones you have to click on is in the basement. Well, welcome back, some random person on the internet. Always a pleasure to have you. And everyone else like you. Alright, now there should be a giant tree out here that wants to pick a fight with us.
We'll do it the hard
The
way.
fight it shall receive. It's immune to fire damage or whatever, for whatever reason. It's also dead. So,
I won't be halted.
I don't remember where this well takes us. But it radiates magic, so in we go. If anything the Divinity franchise has taught me, you always interact with magic wells.
We need to try something else.
I just can't.
Hey, Octavia.
What's
Oh,
the
you're not
holdup?
selected. That's the problem.
We do it my way.
Alright, let's quick save and then continue pursuing our goals. Maybe the
Taste my
sweet ghostly
fury.
guards.
Here.
What's new?
Might try holy bombs here.
I'm not afraid.
I'm gonna go after this mage guard with him.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go after the mage. What are you doing? Alright, so we lost some strength there. And we're blinded. Can you treat affliction yourself?
This spell's purpose is different.
Okay, messed up there. It's fine. Everybody's tired now.
Onwards!
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad that you're glad. Ooh, Remnant. This is the fire sword, right? Yeah, the fire greatsword. I'd love to use this. Symbol of Eridan, the dead god. Despite its holy patron being long gone, the hallowed blade hasn't lost any of its power. I want to see what it looks like. It sounds cool. Also, I think this axe was actually doing more damage. I was going to give that to Valerie. Let's just take a gander at this sword real quick.
All this waiting bores me.
Well, you can kind of see it. It does look pretty cool. But I'm going for axes this playthrough. Now the only two-handed, well, I guess standard two-handed weapon I haven't used is the greatsword. So I used Earthbreakers my first playthrough, and then this playthrough's great axes.
How curious.
Ooh, Lidorm Hide.
My way.
Non-armor class, immunity to fire, and a +4 bonus to saving throws against transmutation school spells. Very specific. How does it look?
Yes, I'm still
No
here.
one stands in my way.
If I wasn't all buffed up, it'd be easier to see what it looked like on me. It might look really good, but it's hard to tell. I don't think that it trumps this one. Oh, I get more touch. Oh, is the higher dexterity? Yeah, 4 dexterity, where this is only 3. This is better flat-footed defense. But touch is more important, so maybe the Lidorm Hide is superior here. Because everyone does touch stuff in the House at the Edge of Time. Everyone's always touching each other in this house.
I'm losing my temper.
Without consent. I thought there was a secret door back here.
I won't be halted.
I'm just remembering incorrectly. Because there's no way Jathal would miss it. She's got the same elven eyes that Legolas has when he sees things. Yes, S-Stocks are in the game, but it's a one-handed weapon. Little flimsy dexterity weapon. I like big, meaty, strength-based weapons. Oh crap! Wasn't ready for this. Here, haste. Hang in there, Harem. There it is. Alright, everybody focus fire.
Burn.
Alright, Harem kept taking hits there. Let's reload. So I'll have a way to resurrect him now. Well, yeah, well, he's the only one that can do resurrecting, so if he goes down, his resurrections aren't going to help anybody. We got enemies spawned in here again. Take care of that the old-fashioned way.
The end draws near.
Ask.
With undead.
Tashani Savitur.
We'll send Jathal in.
Request. I will grant your request.
Actually, you know what we'll do instead?
You have my
Jathal, stay right there.
What's the holdup?
So we can haste the undead as well.
Speak.
Or not, I don't think it hit them. And Jathal can't die, and she's immune to
A clever ploy.
Consider
the death magic these guys employ.
unworthy. This body holds no more.
A lot of good she's gonna do here. Let's try slowing them down. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, she's chasing that guy. Get out of there, Octavia. Alright, now run away.
This is for you.
Alright, you go after this guy. This will be a jerk. Harem, can you heal yourself in combat real quick for me, buddy? It's always a hassle trying to heal in combat. I hate doing it. There's always good stuff happening on stream. Well, when I'm streaming, of course. Hang in there, Harem. You got this, buddy.
Run them through! Let's hear you.
Alright, Harem's tanking, and my Barbarian is killing everything. Whew. And then Octavia comes in for the clutch. Good job, everybody.
State your desire.
Also, welcome to the stream, Sith Morak. As always, it's good to have you guys here. He has heal as well, doesn't he? He does. Should I use that more often in combat? I hate healing in combat. It's such a waste. Because more often than not, you're not going to be able to out-sustain an enemy like that. Because they're going to be hitting you, smacking you down while you're trying to sit there and heal through their attacks. The only time it's useful is like the AoE heals, which
Wretched things.
it's usually better to have offense than healing.
Battles await. Die!
Let's make this quick.
Out of my way!
At least that's my opinion on the matter. I do plan on getting Demon Souls if it comes out for PC. Don't you worry about that, it's my favorite of the Souls games. I'm sure they'll probably implement it either as it already was, because it's very reminiscent of Demon Souls, or sorry, Dark Souls. Or they'll just incorporate it like how Dark Souls is done. You know, the S-Stock is it's like a rapier, I thought. Or similar to it in game, anyway.
We do it my way.
It's like a shorter rapier. I could be wrong. I thought an S-Stock was shorter, and it also had like an actual handguard, where like, well, more of a hilty handguard? I don't know. I might be mixing it up with another weapon. Again, it's not a strength-based weapon, so I don't really care for it. Gotta have power behind those swings. Ooh. Ancient water elemental, huh?
All this waiting bores.
Let's pull back real quick and prepare for that.
Undead is such a frivolous term. I prefer immortal.
Wherever I go, the pool
Everlasting.
hangs over everything. Though people say it was better before I arrived.
Taste my
We'll do it the hard way.
Octavia, stop doing that crap. You silly, silly girl.
You can't stop me.
Might be a little problematic.
Assist me or lose me.
Sorry, she can't die, so we're still doing fine. If I can out DPS this guy, it's gonna be close. It wasn't close. We're fine. There we go. Nothing to it. Oh, we have mass heal.
Patricium Turino.
Request.
Oh, sorry.
Share your
Was lost
will.
in
Tashani Savitur. Tashani Savitur. Tashani Savitur. Tashani Savitur. Tashani Savitur.
Yeah, I think all the two-handed weapons in the game, you have the Great Axe, the Great Sword, the Earthbreaker, the Falcata, the Twin Sword or Twin-Bladed Sword or Double-Bladed Sword, whatever it's called. The Orc Double Axe. I think the Dwarven Urgosh is two-handed. I could be mistaken. Let's see, what else do they have? And then there are a lot of one-handed weapons that can be wielded two-handed, like the Bastard Sword can be wielded in two hands, if you don't have anything in the offhand.
We do it.
What other two-handed weapons do they have? The Bardich, or Bardiche, not sure how it's pronounced. Obviously, like the long spear, any sort of pole arms. Those are both one-handed. Harem uses a heavy mace, and the heavy flail is... No, sorry, the heavy flail, sorry, is two-handed. You're right. The heavy mace, though, is one-handed.
I won't be halted. I'm losing my temper.
No. I think you're thinking of haggis, which I've never had the pleasure of trying, even when I was in Scotland.
Head on!
Yeah, there are a ton of weapons, though they aren't equally represented. There's like 8 different unique great axes,
Move already.
and I guess now there's 2 different unique Earthbreakers.
We do it.
They've done a better job with the Enhanced Edition. They incorporated more
Ask.
more weapons into the game.
You cannot stand against
That's why I
me.
think they should do like a living weapon sort of thing, so that you can pick your own weapon and then upgrade it as you play.
Provoked.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't mind trying it once. I believe in trying anything at least once. Now, how else are you gonna know if you like it or not? Rare isn't hard to find, or rare isn't undercooked? Yes, quarterstaff is also a two-handed weapon. I consider that a polearm, but I guess it's more of a monk weapon than a polearm. But I always think of it as a polearm, because it's a pole. So I might have other weapons. The scythe. The scythe is a two-handed weapon. Yeah, quarterstaff. The crossbows and regular bows are also two-handed weapons. Well, do you know if you like it or not, Boggart? I don't know. I like snails as animals. I don't know if I could bring myself to eat them or not. Maybe. I mean, again, I do believe in trying everything at least once, so yeah, I'd probably try it. At least once. To say that I had it.
I lead, you follow.
Well, you're missing out, Boggart.
Will they ever learn?
Well, you might be missing out. You don't know till you try it.
Speak.
Alright, let them try and take on my skellies, and then I go slap these guys. I haven't had the opportunity. Yeah, alright, you got me there, Boggart. Some things aren't worth trying.
This body holds no more.
You beat me at my own game. Yeah, honestly, I don't even know what escargot looks like other than what it's been depicted in, like, cartoons. I'll look it up real quick. All my parties. It actually doesn't look too bad. It looks like mussels. Yeah, it looks like mussels. I like mussels, so... Well, no, Sith Morak, because I'm not talking about just eating. I mean, other things, too. Like, you know...
I won't be halted.
roller coasters, or whatever the case. Obviously, if I know that it's gonna harm me, I probably won't do it. So, you know, eating feces is obviously something that a human shouldn't do, because it can make you sick. Yeah. Doesn't matter, Boggart. At the end of the day, you still got your point driven home, so it's all good. Well, the cooked version looked pretty good. It looked like, again, mussels, which I'm a big fan of. I like, off the top of my head, I can't think of any seafood that I have had and I haven't liked. I'm a big fan of seafood. Yeah, I've seen a lot of that stuff, but if it's waste, I mean, there's a reason why you're ejecting it from your body. It's not meant to be put back in your body.
You have my attention.
That's not how the human body works. Or most biology, for that matter.
Request.
I'm not afraid. I'll fight if I have to.
Yeah, it's the second one, Sith Morak. Those are two of the better weapons in the game, some random person on the internet. No, you're missing out. Not using an Earthbreaker. Despite how hard it is to find a good weapon. Oh, Medusa. We'll hold off on that for just a second, so I can quick save. But yeah, I prefer two-handed weapons, but I don't mind... I usually have a hard time designing characters for myself because I like two-handed weapons. I like hammers. Hammers are my favorite weapon type in any game. I'm also a big fan of being the tank in games, but oftentimes the game provides a good tank already as an NPC. And since I like using narrative NPCs, I usually go with the the narrative tank. So oftentimes a melee DPS is what the game is lacking. But not all the time. Actually, I'd say that's not the case. I'm thinking of all the RPGs now. That's not true. But it can't hurt having more DPS because you usually don't need more than one tank. You have more than one tank, you're usually lacking damage in some cases, so you can. Another melee DPS doesn't hurt. It's a good character to have.
Scared?
I should not have sent. Oh no, it's a Medusa. We're fine. Yeah, I like being a tank. Anytime I played an MMO, I preferred the tank class.
No one stands in my way.
Plus, I have a special association with shields, so
Head on.
real big fan of shields.
All this waiting bores me. Onwards. Let's hear you cry.
Submit.
You guys have to move in here for me.
You never had a chance. Despicable.
I'll try to disintegrate. Well, let's keep that activated and just hit him with this once. Nice.
Battles await.
Still not used to that big old hitbox. We're almost done here, so to go in here, this is gonna have a bunch of those bat creatures. I don't remember what they're called. I guess I could make a For Honor too, but yeah, I'm surprised this lasts this long too. I mean, it is a fighting game, and it has a really cool aesthetic. So I mean, I could see people sticking with it for a while. I just gravitated away from console games. I didn't want to have to rebuy it and then re-grind all my stuff out. Otherwise, I'd probably still play it too. The duels are really fun. Again, that's all I played, so I mean, that's all I can really vouch for.
Enjoy.
I played the other game modes a little bit, but I didn't have nearly as much fun.
Yeah. This body holds no more.
I think it was this guy. So many of these guys. Alright, let's just throw one of these back here. There's so many! Don't die, Barbarian. Better yet, just scare everything away. I also like the aesthetic of hammers. I mean, I'm a big fan of Warhammer itself, so hammers are pretty prominent in that game, or in that franchise.
Use of my talents.
Is he out of grenades or bombs? Yeah, he is.
Your life ebbs slow.
Alright, just cut through him, I guess. We'll get to the rear ones eventually. Yeah, it is very competitive. I got very competitive in duels.
We do it my way.
I also got very good at it too. Again, I stayed in Diamond when Ranked was introduced.
How
So I played it on
curious.
release up until I'd actually stopped. So I played it up to a certain point, and then the Wu Lin came out, and then I came back for a brief period, and then I got back out of it
I
again.
won't be halted.
Because honestly, it seemed like the connection got worse, so I was having less and less fun. Or it's just the people I was playing against didn't have good connection. But yeah, it took up a lot of my time too, because when I get into competitive games, I get into competitive games, and so I have to
I'm losing my temper.
police myself more than other games. Because like League of Legends, it ate away a large chunk of my life. Luckily, I don't play that anymore either. But I have started playing MechWarrior Online again. But that game's set up in a way where, well, plus it's not as active as it once was, so it takes a little bit longer to find games. But it's also set up in a way where you can kind of set up a goal for the day, and then you can stop playing. I don't think there's even a ranked mode. There's like the factions mode, but I don't play that because I can never find a game, so. Yeah, the crossbows are good because anyone can use them effectively. Yeah, the Bastard Swords, I really want to make a, when I do my Beneath the Stolen Lands run, I'll probably make a Bastard Sword wielding Sword Saint. Or Magus.
I lead. You follow.
So I think that's a cool concept, because then when you don't have any spells to cast, you can always turn off your combat casting or whatever it's called, and then use the Bastard Sword two-handed. But yeah, the Bastard Swords have some really good ones. Valerie currently has the Great Khanda, or Kabanda.
Already.
I always get the name of the sword and the demon from Warhammer 40k mixed up.
We do it my way.
Yeah, it is one of those games. Then it is extremely unfun when you play against someone that does out-skill you, which, not to toot my own horn, but didn't happen to me very often, because I was very good at the game. I was very, very good. If I went back into it now, I'd probably get smoked. Because that's what I did, because it came out right as I got out of the military, so I had a lot of free time. Because I took a couple months to myself.
No one
So all I did was
stands
play
in
that game.
my way.
Yes?
Let's see. But I took a couple months to myself. I was on terminal leave, so I wasn't actually out of the military yet. I was using up all my leftover leave.
Battles await.
And during that time, you can't get a job or anything, because you're still enlisted. And they can always call you back if they want to. Yeah, my whole thing with League is it just eats a lot of your life, and
I'm losing my temper.
I was a top main. I guess I'd still consider myself a top main. Because the playstyle fits my playstyle. You know, you usually play like a bruiser or some sort of tank. That's what I like to play. I also like support and jungle. Actually, I made jungle back in Season 2, because I played it when it first came out, when it was released to the public. So I've been around for a while. And that made it even harder to stop playing, because again, I had committed so much time to it. And all that time, and granted, now I didn't have a lot of time, yeah, while I was enlisted, so I couldn't sit there and play it a whole lot. So I wasn't as good as I could have been. I might grab these. Because Jathal is missing. No, that's really good, though. Yes, the +5 Bastard Sword is Ravana's Bastard Sword, the one that gives you Charisma. can't look at it right now. Right now I think I have the Kabanda on it. Yeah, the chainsword looking sword. If I do this. Yeah, this one. Unstoppable Kanda. There we go. This gives her a bonus on persuasion checks. But not the just bonus to charisma. Because it was a secret. You just let me know. But yeah, there are some really good bastard swords in the game. Bastard swords, great axes, flails, and maces all got a lot of attention. And scythes. There's a lot of scythes in the game. And longbows, or composite longbows specifically. Now I gotta find Juby Lost again.
I won't be halted.
Juby Lost, where you at? Alright, fine. We'll do it this way. No! Oh, there's a handful of good longswords. I have one of them in my inventory right now. Because I had it on Jaethal, then I accidentally sold her shield, so I went ahead and gave her a two-handed weapon. Yeah, perfection. This is the masterpiece that Nazriel gives you. +5 longsword, a +2 inherent bonus to armor class. There's no other inherent bonuses to armor class, so I think this always gives you that +2. And +2 to all saving throws and attack rolls and skill checks. A very good longsword. Yeah, I think that's the only one I can think of off the top of my head. I know there's like a frost or fire longsword you find. Oh, well there you go.
All this waiting for.
Yeah, again, a lot of the weapons did go under the radar. And usually the best version you can buy is like a +4 in Patax.
You follow.
Because that's what I beat my first playthrough with, was a +4 Earthbreaker from Patax. Which is extremely underwhelming. I thought there was more longswords. I'd have to go back and look. There's a pretty well done list on the internet of all the unique weapons.
Already.
Because I was perusing it just recently for the great axes, because I couldn't find another unique great axe besides Trollbane, or whatever it was called. Turns out there's a whole bunch of them, I just wasn't getting them. Because 2 of them are random. And then the other 2 are late game. I really just want to rest.
Share your will.
No camouflage. Oh, what will we do? Oh, here's another one. The Light of Valor. +5 Holy Axiomatic Longsword grants its wielder the ability to cast Searing Light spell as a 10th level cleric at will. While Searing Light itself isn't that great, the Holy... Sorry, no, the Axiomatic is good. So, since most of the enemies you fight in the House of the End of Time are chaotic, Axiomatic's pretty good. Oh yeah, I meant to buy some rations in case I need to rest again. Rations, rations, rations. Yeah, so this is the Rapier, one-handed revelry. And then there should be an S-Dock here as well. I thought. Yeah, here it is, S-Dock, also one-handed. Blinding Light, ×3 critical multiplier. Whenever it lands a critical hit, it has a chance to blind a target, which is pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Yeah, there's a handful of them. I don't know how many unique ones there are. Which is a little weird, because longswords are usually a pretty established weapon in games. I mean, if you look at like the Baldur's Gate franchise, there's plenty of longswords in those. A few too many, actually. You have a longsword for pretty much every situation in Baldur's Gate. Oh, you're fighting undead? Well, here's Daystar. Oh, you need magic resist? Well, here's Baldur's blade. Oh, you need some early game damage? Well, here's Namara. Was it Visconia? You start off with Visconia, which is a pretty good longsword by itself. Cold damage.
One stands in my way.
Patience.
Was it doing? Oh yeah, turn. Oh, those should be turned on anyway. What are you guys doing? Yeah, why are y'all tired?
Yes, I'm still here.
Stop being tired. Bunch of weirdos.
Battles await.
You have my attention.
Redeemer. Don't remember which one Redeemer is. Is that another one that Nazriel gives you? Well, that's not fair. I'm sure there were plenty of swords that were great. Tell your friend to
Any brilliant idea?
stop judging swords based on their worth.
Losing my temper.
The end draws near.
Share your will.
That wasn't a great joke, but that's all I got.
Well, sorry, was lost in thought.
No, they had bastard swords, long swords, short swords, Zweihanders, or I think that's how you pronounce it. Hand and a half swords.
Request.
I couldn't name all of them. There's a bunch of obscure swords as well that don't have the sword moniker in their name. Like scimitars are a sword.
Let's move already.
Those serrated blades are a sword.
You have my attention.
My skills are getting rusty.
Unimosi travisi. Unimosi travisi. Unimosi travisi. Unimosi travisi. Unimosi travisi. Ona adayana.
I mean, I get where he's coming from, but it's nothing to get mad over.
Ready and willing.
Let people call things whatever they want. As long as they're not teaching people that's what it was called, then it's fine. A bastard is one of the words I don't mind saying. Whenever I read dialogue, I say bastard all the time. It's the name of the sword. A bastard is... I don't consider a bastard a bad word. It's just a... I mean, it was meant as an insult for children born out of wedlock.
What's taking so long?
You require my
But also,
assistance?
all the games that I play have the word in it, describing a weapon. So I'm not going to back down from
I'm
that.
ready.
Here.
Though I did get in trouble one time. My half-brother, when I was a kid, tricked me into calling my dad one. That didn't go well.
Command me.
You can count on me.
Patience.
There's something else I was going to do. Do I have all my buffs up? I have most of them up. I don't have Death Ward up.
Yes, I'm still here.
State your desire.
Quiet. I'm thinking.
Dashani Savidur.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, illegitimate. Yeah, an outlier.
Dashani Savidur. Dashani Savidur.
So it's no big deal.
Dashani Savidur.
Lost in thought.
Inimosi Travis.
Honestly, I don't have anything against saying damned either.
Amranda Gratior.
That's not really, I don't consider that a bad word either. But I usually censor it with darned or whatever. Just because, again, you never know who's watching or listening. And I'll try to be as inclusive as possible.
We do it my
That doesn't hurt anyone to say, oops. To say darned, you know? And there, actually, if y'all are really interested,
no
there's
one stands in my way.
there are a few Let's Plays that I have slipped up and said some bad words. And not like, not soft ones either. Like, I've dropped a couple F-bombs.
I won't be halted. Battles await.
There's a specific area in a specific game that always puts me on edge. And it turns out I cursed. I went back and did my audio checks and I caught it. I'm like, I didn't just say that, did I? I did. I did. Actually, I cursed like twice in a row.
Head on.
Which is very unlike me. But I really don't like that area of the game. It's always a super tense time.
We do it my way.
Good game, though. Highly recommend the Metro series. If you're into first-person shooters or, like, atmospheric games. So they do a pretty good job of it.
Speak.
A fatal mistake. A clever ploy.
Advance.
You can't stop me.
Primitives.
A light pick +4, man. Good thing they're dropping that, or they're giving that to me at the end of the game. That's exactly what I was missing.
Onwards.
Well, so YouTube has cracked down a little bit on the whole cursing thing. Which is fine, because I practice not cursing anyway, so it doesn't affect me. But I see a lot of people complaining about it. Like, oh man, if I curse in the first 3 or 5 minutes of my video, I get demonetized. Like, you can't handle not cursing that long? You can't just hold out for 3 or 5 minutes?
I won't be halted.
Like, have some self-control, guys.
I am superior.
Will they ever learn?
Concerned, provoked.
Oh, I have no idea. I've seen different times posted by different people.
Let's hear you cry.
I don't pay that much attention to it because it doesn't affect me, so. But yeah, I mean, if it's 1 or 2 minutes, come on now. You can't hold out for 120 seconds. Just post an intro on your video. Problem solved.
I won't be halted.
Also, I haven't saved it in a while. Whoopsies. Yeah, well, a lot of people, they have to hit that 10-minute mark so they can post more than one ad in their videos. That's why they do it. I don't care. I put one ad in my video and that's it. I'm not gonna sit there and throw a bunch of ads at somebody.
Onwards.
It's not what it's about. It's about the content. That's why I also don't do that whole subscribe and like my video, guys. It's your boy, Bring It On. If you like what you see, smash that like button.
I lead. You follow.
Subscribe and make sure to hit that notification bell so you can keep up with all the latest Bring It On videos, or whatever the heck it is. I thought I was doing like an April Fool's joke, where I'd open up like a channel update with that lame introduction, but I didn't realize it was April 1st and I missed it. So, you guys missed out on a wonderful time. Oh, well, I couldn't speak on behalf of that, Boggart. For more of the video being waffle. Yeah, right? If someone likes your content, they'll subscribe. They'll like the video if they like it. Like, it's... You don't have to ask or demand your audience of it. Let them make their own decisions. They're people, you know? They're not... They don't need instructions.
Speak.
Heck, if you dislike the video, dislike the video. I don't care.
Yes, I'm still here.
Because it still counts as engagement on the video, so it still helps the channel. Oh, do you have a channel, Boggart?
I'm superior.
Clever ploy.
I don't normally look at people's accounts because I don't. Because I do get a lot of people ask me to like check out their channels, and I get a bunch of bots mostly, so I tend to just avoid looking at people's stuff. But I try to. I keep all my like self-advertisement condensed to my channel updates because that's my time to gush over myself, you know. Like that's a video about me. Gaming videos are about the game. I don't want to take away from the game and the gameplay and the mediocre commentary. Well, that's respectful, Boggart. Not everyone is that kind. Yeah, I also don't advertise my stuff on... I mean, I don't advertise my stuff at all, other than on my channel updates. But I have dropped a few hints here and there on, like, the Pathfinder subreddit, because I don't have the same name on Reddit as I do, or on other social media for the most part, except for Twitter, as Bring It On, so people don't recognize me. But I drop hints and stuff, like, you know, my character's named Donald. It's like, oh, hey, I watched your Let's Play. I'm like, hey, man, that's cool. Thanks.
How curious.
I'm losing my temper.
Oh, yeah. Even without watching your stuff, I think you should. If it's something you enjoy doing, that is. I always encourage people to do it. Actually, I help out, I try to help out a lot with people that are trying to like start Let's Plays and stuff. I mean, I'm not an expert. I have a head for it. Like, I understand what it takes. I don't do everything that it takes to, you know, be the biggest YouTuber. Because I do it in a way that's fun for me. I try to help out people that are like starting out and stuff. I like helping out potential Let's Players.
Battles await.
But I use YouTube. It's mostly, I mean, it's a hobby, and it's also, you know, therapeutic. It also gives me a schedule so that I consistently play the games that I have, so I can try and beat them, but also not overplaying them so I don't get bored of them, since I split it into
We do it my way.
recording every day. Yeah, it's just fun. It's a good time. And you grow a community, people that share the same interests as you.
Out of my way!
So you share that hobby and passion with, you know, other like-minded individuals.
Can you consider protest?
Primitives.
I mean, there's a lot of benefit to having a YouTube channel. I understand that. Honestly, I find streaming to be more exhausting than just Let's Playing. I definitely prefer the Let's Play format. I like streaming so I can directly interact with, you know,
Onwards!
people that enjoy my channel. Also, I've been having a lot of trouble with YouTube lately anyway. They haven't been notifying me when people comment on my stuff. Just have to go through and dig through my comments to find them. Because I do read and respond to every comment that I receive. Alright, I think that I've been here.
What's the holdup?
Yes.
I lead. You follow.
Let's go this way. Yeah, streaming definitely takes a little more oomph.
I won't be halted.
Because you gotta stay engaged with the game and the audience, which isn't the easiest thing to do. One usually suffers. Yeah, it's been pretty ridiculous lately with the YouTube notifications.
We do it my way.
There should be a frost giant up here.
No one stands in my way.
This is for you.
Kargstad, who I'm assuming is a reference to Karstad in Skyrim. I thought he was guarding a chest or something. I know there's a chest over here when Amiri's in this zone. Alright, they did announce some of the prestige classes, most of which I think we knew were going to be in Wrath of the Righteous. They sent out an email today. Alright, we're going to give this to Jaethal, because I'd rather her have a shield right now, even though she does currently have
We do
Scythe
it my way.
proficiency, or Scythe weapon focus. Yeah, that's the thing with YouTube. YouTube is supposed to be fun. Like, it should be something you're passionate about. And I see people, they want to get started, but they're so concerned with making it big and making a bunch of money. That's not what it's about. Because chances are you're not going to make it big.
I won't
Like,
be halted.
like, the channel, as much as my channel has grown, that's been pure luck, you know? Like, again, most likely you're not going to make it big. For 8 months, I had 28 subscribers, and then Pathfinder came out, and I got lucky. So my channel grew a little bit. And I'm extremely happy with it. I'm stoked. It's awesome. You can't go into YouTube thinking you're going to make it big. You should do it because you find it fun. It's a hobby. You know, it's therapeutic in my case. Whatever the case may be. Don't get into it for the money. Don't get into it for the fame. Because you're probably not going to find it. Which axe are you talking about? The one that I have equipped? I have the Lava Forged axe. It's the one that the Artisan Dragon gives you. It's one of his random just weapons. But I also have Vanquisher, which is the one you find in the Lonely Barrow. and Capital Punishment, which is the one that Siratek or Circatek, whatever her name is, the devil you fight in the middle of nowhere when you're defending whatever his face is. Hey Jupes, welcome to the stream, man. Always glad to have you here. Actually, I think, Sith Morak, you can do those tests at home. I think my father had some of those done at home. I don't think you have to do it at a hospital.
You follow.
Alright, to the second floor. We're almost done with the House at the Edge of Time. I think I've done just about everything. Should be about to wrap it up. I think I just have to clear out the second floor one more time, and then we're done. Go fight Nerissa, and we can finally get out of this hellhole.
We do it my way.
Yeah, maybe. Man, I don't actually know if... I thought he could sleep at home while he did it.
State your
But I know in the military they make you sleep in the hospital. But yeah, I'm sure that for the most part they probably want you to stay in the hospital so that you can they make sure you're not doing the test incorrectly.
Share your will.
I'm not an expert or a doctor, so don't listen to me. Listen to your doctor. J.D. or J. Demers 17? J. Demers? I don't know how to say your name. But hey, welcome to the Little Dons. Yeah, I have a little bit of trouble sleeping, but I have a bunch of chronic pain from previous employment, so that's where that comes from. And if the power goes out, I just can't sleep, because I have to have a fan blowing to block out my tinnitus, or some sort of background noise in general. I used to fall asleep like a log. I could sleep anywhere, anytime. But I'm generally more well-rested now than I was previously, so it is harder to fall asleep in general, but then also a bunch of chronic pain. And tinnitus, which is always fun. Also have a big dog who likes to kick and squirm around in the bed, so... Yeah, welcome aboard. Is it J. Demers? J. Demers? As with everybody who joins, thanks for becoming a member. I appreciate it. Every little bit goes a long way. You should find access to the Discord under the description. It's not super active. I don't know, Sith Morak, did you ever check and see if the new link worked? Demers, okay. Demirs. Demir sounds. I like the way Demir sounds. Demirs. Speaking of, there's this old thing. I don't know how old it is now. They went around the internet for a while. It's called thisman.org, I think. Like, ever dream of this man? Yeah, thisman.org. Supposedly it's like a man that everyone dreams about or something. I don't know the validity behind it or any of the details other than the website itself, but it was a neat little read.
Fatal mistake.
Yeah, for the most part, I don't remember my dreams or nightmares or really anything. I remember a lot of my dreams from when I was a kid.
I'll fight if I have to.
Fleeting.
But as an adult, I don't remember a whole lot of them.
How curious.
There's a few, though, that stand out. If I wake up and go back to sleep, I'll remember that. And they're usually... I mean, not to make anyone feel bad about their nightmares or whatever, but I have some pretty awesome dreams. They're always like big sci-fi or fantasy dreams. Like there's this one that I had, I was with this woman, and we were fighting in trenches. Like we were in like a... I forgot what they're called, like the bunker that's like the end of a trench to make sure people don't get in through the side. And a bunch of like orcs were coming in. We were fighting all the orcs off, like, you know, swords and stuff. Just slaughtering them. And then I think I woke up in the dream, but I woke up in my bed back in my house. And I thought that was it, the dream was over. But I went in there and talked to my mom, who gave me a duffel bag that had like all the weapons and stuff we were using to kill all the orcs. She's like, your friend wanted you to have this, or something. That was pretty cool. Does it really expire? That's dumb. Alright, I'll deal with that. I'll fix that after this stream again. But yeah, I usually don't remember my dreams. It's a very rare occurrence. But they're pretty cool when I do have them. I can't remember the last time I actually had a nightmare.
Be halted.
Does it really expire? How does it expire after a certain amount of time? That's lame. Alright, I'm gonna check that real quick. Just one quick pause on the game, because I'm let me see. Go here, go here. Where's it at? Where'd it go? Huh, yeah, it's invalidated. That's weird. I didn't know it... Okay, I guess it does expire. Alright, I'll fix that. I'll see if there's a way I can set it up so it doesn't expire or something. I don't... It's weird that it expires like that. Because I've seen other people have them posted on their channels and stuff, and they've had the same one for a while. Well, that's fine. English is a tough language anyway.
Taste my fury.
Who will prevail? Doesn't matter.
The worst part is like if you try to debate English, two people can be right at the same time.
This body holds no more.
Ooh, I can intercept this guy.
Let's hear you cry. Die.
Hang in there, Harem.
You've lost a chance to resolve this peacefully.
Yeah, well, I guess if a kid can learn it, anybody can. Well, I guess for someone that has a basis in romantic languages, sure. But imagine being Russian and trying to learn English.
A clever ploy.
I have heard that. I mean, I can't attest how true it is. I guess on some level it makes sense. I don't have an argument against it because I wouldn't know any better. There's no way I'd remember all the faces I've seen in my life.
Stand against me.
Also, J. Demir, I don't think I've seen your comments. Have I seen your comments around before? If not, what do you like with the channel? What's your preferred series? Oh, I keep forgetting that she does this crap.
Consider me provoked.
How curious.
It's alright. If I was gonna see shadow creatures, it'd definitely be where I live now. Supposedly, people were murdered here back in the 70s or 80s. What are you guys doing? Get over here. Don't go pick another fight.
I won't be halted.
Yes, I'm
State
still
your
here.
desire. Tashani Savitur. Tashani Savitur.
Patricium Turinos.
Plus 14 strength. I didn't realize he's taking all that strength damage. Yeah, I think I'm better with names than I am faces.
We do it my way.
I feel like half the time I can't remember what my face looks like. Then I go and watch the Avengers, and it's like, oh, hey, I look like that guy. Old Captain America.
Onwards.
I'm pretty good at birthdays. Though if your birthday is in June or July, I have trouble remembering it, because I just have trouble remembering June and July as 2 different months.
I lead. You follow.
Alright, cool. That's the third one, I think. We only have to touch one more mirror, which is the one in the basement. Which we have to go back down to the basement for the library puzzle and the mirror anyway, so... A 2 for McDoofer.
I'm not afraid.
Well, then you're in luck, because I have a lot of Real Time with Pause JRPGs, or sorry, not JRPGs, RPGs on my channel. A lot of CRPGs and stuff, and I'm still playing through them.
Your life ebbs low.
Despicable.
So plenty of content for you to enjoy if that's the case.
This is for you.
Well, do it. No one's stopping you but you, Sith Morak. Also, I don't know if you started watching this playthrough of Pathfinder Kingmaker. In my opinion, it's probably my worst playthrough of Pathfinder Kingmaker. Highly recommend the second one I did with the Aldori Sword Lord. That one, it's a lot smoother gameplay.
Body holds no more.
Turinos!
Yeah, that's the longest Let's Play on my channel, so have fun with that one.
Share your will.
But it's also, I think, one of my best ones, so...
Tashani Savitur. Tashani Savitur.
Tashani Savitur.
Tashani Savitur.
I'm really excited for their next expansion. Hoping they announce a release date kind of soon so I can plan around it.
I won't be halted.
Also, I like that it's a standalone expansion. I know some people don't like standalone expansions or whatever. I like them for Let's Plays because then when I finish a game, I'll have to go back through and replay the base game to experience the new stuff for the channel. I just play through the you know, again, the expansion, which is it makes it easier. Well, I bet. I've stayed intense for extended periods, duty calls and all that, but oftentimes they had us in like those cans, those half cans and stuff.
We do it my way.
A lot of them had a bunch of like asbestos and stuff hanging out of them. Not the greatest. Yeah, Magus. I've been wanting to play a Magus. I'm gonna make one for the Beneath the Stolen Lands playthrough that I'm gonna do. Maybe. I know they launched the satellites for it, but I don't know all the details on the worldwide Wi-Fi. You'll have to ask Elon Musk about that.
Advance.
Yeah, I think Starlink, that sounds right. The Starlink could also be the next Bethesda game title. Oh yeah, Jay Demir, while you're here, if there's a character you're interested in seeing for the Beneath the Stolen Lands playthrough, just let me know. It can be as detailed or as vague as you want. Like if you just want to see a orc barbarian, just say orc barbarian, or if you want to have like a name and like a detailed build, just let me know. And it doesn't have to be right now, it can be whenever. Even after I start the playthrough, because you can make characters as you go, so it's not a big deal. Let's see it. Eldritch Scion, Dragon Disciple, okay. Well, that's right up my alley, Boggart. Oh, Starfield. Okay, well, close enough. I mean, our space is already pretty congested, all things considered. And if you don't want to, that's fine too, Jadamirs, but it is available to you as a member of this channel. Ooh, this is pretty good. Shouldn't have anyone to use that except for Ekundayo, who's not at my party.
I lead, you follow.
Yeah, even if it's managed by computer, I'm not worried about if it's managed by computers. Worst thing you could do is start raining down from the sky and killing people. I wonder which way is the way forward.
Taste my fury. You cannot stand against me.
Out of my way!
It's a -5, 9, -9 straight. No big deal. Oh, Octavia, you need to stop doing that. Here. Alright, fine. You know,
I'm superior!
it's funny? The 5G controversy. That's what that reminds me of a little bit.
Yes.
It's like, use 3G and 4G. Why is it 5G that's like the cutoff for you guys?
Patience. The end draws near.
No, there's not some random person on the internet. There's not. Don't ask that question.
Be halted.
You'll just be disappointed because there's no new movies after Terminator 2. Let's see. I guess we just go back down to the basement. Take care of the book puzzle. I should have all the books for that. And finish off the mirror quest. No, I haven't seen any of the new Terminator movies anyway. They just haven't caught my attention in the first place.
Stands in my way.
Is that what the arcade one was called, with Salvation? Because I used to play that. I used to go to the arcade pretty frequently till they shut it down. Then they relaunched it under a different name, and then they shut it down again.
Onward.
I think the best day I ever had at the arcade was I went there and I played Gauntlet Dark Legacy. It cost 25 cents per life, and I blew through $20 on that game in one day. What a blast. I've yet to actually try out the new Gauntlet game, well, newer Gauntlet game. I think it came out in like 2014. Now you're missing out, some random person on the internet. They come up with a nickname. SRPOTI. Sripodi. Serpodi. We'll call you Serpodi from now on. So I'll sit there and stumble trying to say a sentence. I mean, you can say whatever you want, but I was told not to care about what some random person on the internet's opinion was, so if you disagree, that's too bad. I'll call you like Jack or John or something basic. Don't be offended, anyone who is named Jack or John that's watching this. Actually, I find that random people on the internet are the best sources of information. A lot of stuff I never knew. Did I loot one of these? There is. Alright, well, let's go touch the mirror first. Where's her thing at?
All this waiting bores me.
If you don't take candy from strangers, where do you get all your candy from? So you have to buy it from somewhere, right? I usually don't know the clerks and cashiers that work at the places I buy candy. I can't tell if that's fog. I don't think that's fog. This is definitely fog.
Battles await.
Swap realms. Alright. So I do plan on taking out Narissa in this episode, so we still have a little ways to go yet. Well, unless you're not good with faces. Then you just think that you know everybody by face. Alright, let's go take care of this puzzle. Yeah, I don't think I'd mind living in a small place like that. But then again, maybe not. I guess it depends on the obviously depend on the people. But then you see so many horror movies about like the small towns like that. You gotta play it safe. There are a few people I could tell by their smell. A few people I wish I never had to smell. What was I doing? Oh yeah, looking at these books. Where are they at? So I have... What do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I have 7? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I'm missing one. There might be one in, maybe there's one in one of these bookshelves. So I feel like I've been everywhere. I don't think I missed anything. Yeah, I mean, well, big cities, you're just likely to run into someone crappy as someone, you know, who's not so crappy. There's more diversity. There's a guy, my roommate in the military refused to shower and clean his room. And the military is not a good place for that. Yeah, I guess it would make it easier to, Yeah, that's one thing, because I lived in San Diego for 5 years, so there's always something to do. And where I currently live at, there is not nearly as much to do. I'm a big fan of food, so like, you know, obviously I love going out and eating at restaurants. Where I'm missing a book somewhere. I think, right? Because you need No, you only need 6 and I have 7. Okay, I could probably do it. I thought there was an 8th one you needed. No, my old roommate, he smelled like Dominoes and unwashed body. It was pretty gross. Alright, so sorrow. Is it the bottom is the bad and the top is the good? Yeah, so sorrow. I don't remember how to do this puzzle. It's going to take me a second. Wrath. Which would be blind revenge, right? Bad wrath. Fear. So bad fear would be... So hope. This one goes over here, I think, above sorrow. So this is a good fear of the unknown. And what's this one called again? Wrath would be... So this also says sorrow. Yeah, I don't go out nearly as much as I used to. Occasionally I go see friends. They're mostly my wife's friends from college and stuff. Most of my friends are across the country. That reminds me a lot of when I was in Grassmere, because we got stuck in Grassmere when I was over there for like a whole day. And everything closed by 7 or 8, so we had nowhere to eat. But the whole town smells like gingerbread. So, it's in Wales, by the way. Grassmere is in Wales. I was over there for a couple weeks. But that was awful. Nothing like smelling gingerbread all day and not being able to eat anything. Oh no, I gotta have internet. I love my internet. I couldn't upload videos to YouTube without internet. Yeah, I was tempted to get Monster Hunter. Sorry, Monster Train, not Monster Hunter. Wrong game. But I've put it off for now. But yeah, it does look really good. It's one of those games like Slay the Spire. Heck, I even throw Dungeon of the Endless into it. Or not Dungeon, well, Dungeon of the Endless too, but like Darkest Dungeon. Oh yeah, it's one of those indie games. A lot of those indie games like that just have phenomenal soundtracks. Like look at FTL. FTL has one of the best indie soundtracks, in my opinion, in like recent memory. Hollow Knight is another one. Hollow Knight has a phenomenal soundtrack. Yeah, indie developers, they know where it's at. Where like these AAA developers, they put all this money into like obviously having a large team, and they pay a CEO a ton of money, so that's where most of their money goes. And then you know, they focus on the graphics, which is fine and all, but then they always throw in these like generic soundtracks. Not a lot of AAA games have those soundtracks that stand out to me anymore. I mean, Dark Souls, the Souls series has really good soundtracks, really powerful, you know, awe-inspiring soundtracks, but for the most part, they're just meh. Yeah, I've seen a little bit of gameplay, Jupes. Not a ton, though. I don't want to ruin too much for myself when I finally get around to playing it. Yes. Yeah, the indie game where you try to make it from one end of the system to the other in your little ship. See, I like games like that, Jupes, where they give you hints, little pieces of the story, and you put it together yourself. And, you know, different games have varying degrees of that. Like, Underrail does it to an extent, but they give you a little bit more dialogue. But then you have, like, the Soul series, where they really cut it up, and you have to, like, read the item descriptions to piece together the story, which is really cool. I like, because it gives the player room to make their own story within the story, if that makes sense. Like, connecting your own dots. I feel like it engages the player a little more than just having the story shoved into your face. Oh, okay. I didn't know that FTL made Dungeon Master. I'm familiar with Dungeon Master, but I didn't know the name of the company that made it. Yeah, we have only... Well, it depends on which side of town you're on. Depending on which side of town where I live at, you get one ISP or the other. And I'm stuck with Comcast. So, they offer really good speeds, but the consistency is very lacking. Yeah, we lost a lot of good developers over a short period of time. I mean, look at Troika Games. They made Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, they made Arcanum, and they made Temple of Elemental Evil. All three of those games are fantastic games. And they only lasted for a few years, like a handful of years. Yeah, and they might... I'm not saying it's always well done, but the design behind it is what I like, Sith Borak. Alright, I need to figure out this puzzle. I lost my train of thought. What's this one? I'm paused. Wrath. Book of Shackles. Sure. I might have to look this up real quick. So I've solved it before. I don't need to solve it again. I don't feel obligated to. Alright, let's see. I probably figured this out. So Sorrow, we have Book of Never Saying Goodbye. This one should be on the top. This is a good one. Hope doesn't go here. So these are both the Sorrows, right? Never Saying Goodbye shouldn't be on the bottom, it should be on the top. And then Book of Bitterness goes on the bottom here. Right? So that's the bad Sorrow. Good Wrath. This might be Joyous Triumph. Is there not another one of these things? Let me check real quick.
What's the holdup?
That's how it was like when I was growing up. We didn't have access to internet when everyone else was getting high speed. We actually had to get our internet off of a cell tower, which was fine when Altel was still around, but then Verizon bought Altel and shut down that cell tower, so we didn't get service, but we're still paying for service that we didn't have. And then they didn't tell us we had a limit, and I went over the limit the first month. It was like a $500 bill. But we explained to them that they didn't tell us that we had a limit now because they bought the other company, and so we didn't have to pay that, thankfully. Which is probably good that we had a limit because it stopped me from getting into MMOs because I was trying to play Warhammer Age of Reckoning. That's why I ended up going over the data cap. So I'm sorry to hear that, Boggart. Yeah, I didn't have internet consistently until like 2014, and I paid for it myself. Except I was moved out by that point, so. Yeah, I don't see them doing that. They'll probably make new franchises for that. Some random person on the internet. Well, there's a reason why AI was banned in the Imperium of Man in Warhammer 40k. So that's Bad Wrath. This isn't Wrath, this is Fear. What do we have over here? So that's Unknown, and this should be the Book of Shackles. Bad Revenge, or Bad Wrath. We need Good Wrath. Do we have Good Wrath? I think I'm missing the book that I need. So I don't think I have Good Wrath yet. Yeah, I never got into World of Warcraft. Let that one completely pass me by because it was subscription based. I didn't have the money for it. I played Guild Wars back in the day. Nightfall was the last expansion I played. I played the second expansion and the first expansion and the second expansion. Never played the base game. Elder Scrolls Online, Neverwinter. A little bit of Warhammer Age of Reckoning. And there's something else I thought. Well, Jupes, you gotta I mean, the franchise has been around for a while. It's one of those things where if you have a good story in the beginning, how are you gonna end it? Like, at this point, they're just making story to make story. Not to make it good. Yeah, I heard that it was an extremely average game. Some random person on the internet. I'm still going to play it because I like the idea of the game. So I'm still excited to play it, but I have heard that it's extremely average, which is what I expected, honestly, looking at it. It looked like they were trying too hard to emulate Fallout, but while also creating their own IP. Like the game just looked like a standard game. So I'm hoping the writing is at least good. But we'll see. Oh, bad writing and characters. Okay, well... I'm still going to try and make my own opinion and play it myself, so... Hopefully that's not the case. Yeah, that's a problem with an MMO. They should have just went ahead and made like a Warcraft 2 instead of or World of Warcraft 2 instead of just expanding on the first one. So at a certain point, I think you need to refresh the story and make it something different. Like, because otherwise you're just milking the same content as they've been doing, you know, for over a decade. So, yeah, you can look forward to a Let's Play of it, some random person on the internet. Maybe you'll like watching it more than playing it. Who knows? I'm just waiting for it to come to Steam, and I don't think I'm going to buy it for full price either. Alright, looked up a guide. What do we have here? Never saying goodbye, and then bitterness should be on the bottom. So I got those right. Blind Revenge, got that right. Nourishing Rage, I don't think I have that book. I don't. I'm missing Nourishing Rage. So I think I got these right? Yeah, Journey and Shackles. I knew I was missing one, because there's 8, not 7. So I made that mistake before, and I don't remember where Nourishing Rage is located. Yeah, I mean, I'm still looking forward to it. I like sci-fi, and I haven't played enough sci-fi games. There's not really enough sci-fi game. Well, I won't say there's enough, because there's actually a lot of sci-fi games out there. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Okay, I think I know where it's at. It's in one place in the house I haven't been to yet. So let's go to the basement. Wait, we're in the basement. Let's go over here.
Highway.
Because I think it's over here. Message retracted. Well, thanks, some random person on the internet. That means a lot. I'm glad you enjoy my content enough to give me that kind of credit.
No one stands in my way.
I won't let you down.
I'll go ahead and use that.
Quiet, I'm thinking.
Enemosi Travisi.
I have never had the pleasure of reading that, Jupes. I hope to one day. I want to get through a lot of the classics. I'm currently sitting on Moby Dick. So. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the Borderlands style. It's not, you know, it's not my favorite. It's whatever to me. I prefer darker styles, honestly.
Let's move on.
Can't think of a good example off the top of my head. But yeah, I have nothing against the Borderlands style. Though I'm not super into the Borderlands games. I've never even played the second one. I just played the first one for a bit. I know the second one was extremely well received. A lot of people liked it.
Waiting bores me.
Well, I mean, again, Warhammer novels aren't there for their quality. They're there for their lore, you know?
Unworthy.
Ready and willing.
Like, I've never considered like the Warhammer books great writing. Though they have their moments. But it's more, they're more, I guess I treat them more as like visual novels. Uh oh, this might heal them. Light bolter porn, essentially, so. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't know, art style never really affects my enjoyment of a game. can't think of an example off the top of my head that it would anyway. I don't want to say never, but thinking. Yeah, I can't think of like any specific art style that like turns me off of a game or anything like that. Yeah, I think there was like the story was hit or miss in Borderlands. Like there was some neat concepts.
Onwards!
I did feel like the first one's story was fairly engaging. Obviously with like all the side quests and stuff you did, it was a little, you got a little distracted from it, but I don't think it was bad.
You follow.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, Joops. And that's why I've been trying to, I want to finish off the Horse Heresy books before I jump into a any other readings. That's why I'm sitting on Moby Dick right now, because I don't want to sour the Horse Heresy books. So you're saying like the character stories themselves are greater than the Borderlands story as a whole? Because I can see that.
I'm losing my temper.
Yeah, Frostpunk has a good art style. I do like
Well,
like
Sora
Frostpunk.
was lost in thought.
Speak.
Tashani Savitur, Kashani Savitur, Tashani Savitur, Kashani Savitur, Tashani Savitur, Kashani Savitur.
I know, I really like
Tashani Savitur.
Hollow Knight's art style. Its direction. I've been watching a Let's Play of Hollow Knight recently, and it's a really good game. That's the wrong spell. Here we go.
Fabrizio Turinos!
I won't be halted.
I might be playing it on the channel soonish, because I think this coming year, once Warhammer's done, I'm going to be jumping into platformers. Let's see, I need to find that last book. Don't know where it's at. Which game, Joops? Hollow Knight? Because yeah, it does. It's so good. I'm really excited for Silk Song. Because I want to play Hollow Knight on the channel so I can cover Silk Song when it comes out. Hopefully, we'll see how that plays out. And yeah, and honestly, I think that's a good design choice by Borderlands to focus more on the characters and the overarching story, because there's so much side content, so many like side quests and things that it would be hard to develop a good story, develop engaging side quests, and develop characters. So I think the focus on the characters was a smart move by Borderlands, if that makes sense. Yeah, and the story for Mass Effect was good for the first couple. I haven't played the third one myself yet. I know how it ends, of course, but I just never got around to playing it. Yeah, Mass Effect 2 I think was the best of the series. Alright, I need to find this book. 1 second. I mean, you had 4 playthroughs ready for Mass Effect. Like, you played through 4 times with 4 different characters to play through Mass Effect 3? Yeah, I will say the DLC was really cool for the, at least the idea. Again, I haven't played it, so from what I know of the DLC. Okay, I know where I need to go. Perfect.
Battles await.
Yeah, I know a lot of people were not happy with Mass Effect 3, and that's why they released that update. But again, it's one of those things where like you have this really, really strong beginning and middle. How do you wrap it up? How do you finish it strong? You know, there's not... I know in Mass Effect there was obviously a good way to do it. I'm not excusing Mass Effect 3 because they came out with a better ending with an update. But for the most part, you know,
No one stands in my
all these really big
way.
franchises,
Let's move already.
how do you make a good ending? You know, it's really hard to do. So yeah. Absolutely. Alright, where is this thing at?
All this waiting bores me.
You can count on me.
Patience.
Sancioni Savitur.
Sorry, but I smack that. You do this, and do this. Yeah, and I think they probably felt pressure to do that again because the series was so well. Again, I'm not excusing it. I'm just trying to think why they would have done that. I think it's because the series was so popular. They didn't want to just give it a basic send-off. Which I understand.
You can't stop me.
Lost.
I have a good night, some random person on the internet.
Consider provoked.
Lost.
This is for you.
Alright, let's get a healing on him real quick.
Lost.
Run them through.
Alright, we're not gonna win this fight, I don't think. Nope.
I'm not afraid.
Yeah. Sounds like a good, a better ending than what they incorporated. But yeah, again, keeping it simple. I don't have to do all that other stuff.
Repent.
Yeah, at least it wasn't Andromeda. Yeah, they should have just left Mass Effect alone and then maybe just made a different franchise or something.
My way!
Definitely will be. Lost.
Yeah, you can afford mercenaries. You have a ton of money in the end, J. Demir. Yeah, Andromeda was a joke on release. It's still a joke. Yeah, Anthem. I don't know. I feel bad for BioWare though, because they're owned by EA, and EA doesn't care about BioWare. So I think BioWare felt forced to make Anthem, or a game like Anthem, to appease EA and try and get some more funding. Because, I mean, look at Inquisition. Inquisition even had that stupid microtransaction stuff in the multiplayer aspect to it, which was really dumb. Actually, I didn't find the multiplayer to be that bad. In all honesty, but yeah, the microtransaction part was dumb. Yeah. Yeah, I think most people recognize that now. Yeah, EA and isn't Robert Kotick known to kill companies as well?
My fury.
He's in charge of Activision Blizzard. I mean, I like hope he ruins that company. I don't know if he can ruin it any more than it already has itself. Yeah. Yeah, I know what EA's deal with Star Wars is in the first place. They got the contract and they said, alright, whatever. I miss LucasArts. Like, if EA makes a good Star Wars game, sure, I'll play it. It's whatever. I mean, I don't like EA, I don't like microtransactions, you know, the whole 9 yards, but I like Star Wars games. It's one of the things about Star Wars that I really, really like. Make some Star Wars games. It's not hard, you have the IP, do something with it. Yeah, I remember seeing that quote. Alright, can ignore all these summons and go straight for the back line. Oh boy. Alright, backline, you need to focus on taking out this nymph. Front line, take out this Greater Summer Golem. At least stop seeing the dollar signs they want to see. The problem with like these microtransaction-based companies is they're not happy with the profit. They need to keep making more and more profit. But eventually, you have to peak. There's only so much profit you can make before you make all the money in the world, you know? But because they're trying to make shareholders happy. I do like how the shareholders for Activision Blizzard called out Robert Kotick here recently about getting a raise when they were laying off employees and stuff. They need to start reining in these CEOs that suck at as being CEOs. is it's dumb. If you're a CEO and you fail, like you don't do a good job and you get fired, you just go get hired somewhere else as a CEO. Like there's no repercussions for being a bad CEO. And it's a detriment to the business. Yeah, I remember seeing that article. It was a big fuss back when it was released.
Assist me or lose me.
The end draws near.
Ona Adayana.
Yeah, that's why I like indie games. Indie games don't have that problem. Then especially the indie developers, they don't care about profit. They just want this will make a good game. Support your indie developers, everybody. That's where it's at. That's where the good games will be for now on.
We do it
Not saying that there won't be some, you know, some gems in the AAA industry, but
cry.
Who will prevail? Does it matter?
I think we need a rest. Might be in too much trouble here. It's still a definitely oversaturated market. 100%. Like it's
Getting killed here.
especially when you can just buy assets and sell those instead of making your own game.
I'm losing my temper.
So it's definitely a an area you have to be patient with and wait and see which games are going to be the good ones. That's still the case. I mean, there's still a ton of games that get made that I don't think should be bought. But and I'm split about that because I do think every game deserves a. Actually, no, I'm not split about that. Not every game deserves a chance, because I just thought about a couple examples that don't deserve a chance. So never mind. Forget what I was saying.
Share your will.
Sorry, was lost in thought.
You require my assistance?
Ask.
Yeah, and then the thing with passion projects is you know that the developer, if they can, they're going to put the work into it to make it good. If it doesn't start good, you know?
Flame cannot stand against
I
me.
mean, look at Pathfinder Kingmaker. I think that was a passion project.
How curious.
'Cause again, it started off pretty buggy, but they put the work into it, the elbow grease, to make it a good game.
I won't let you down.
Yeah, absolutely. I would consider Dead by Daylight a AA. I don't know who develops it. It's not a game I keep up with. Yeah, they were lucky with the Kickstarter timing on that, with the Baldur's Gate 3 fiasco.
Unworthy.
But also, yeah, I mean, they definitely put the work in. I think they deserve the praise they get. Because they made Pathfinder Kingmaker a great game. They really did. So, I'm glad they found that success. And I mean, after Wrath of the Righteous, who knows what project they'll work on next, you know? We're giving these developers that want to make good games, that strive to make good games, the opportunity to make good games. It doesn't just have to be Pathfinder, it can be whatever they want down the line.
I lead, you follow.
Yeah, I saw that. The release for Pyramid Head on Dead by Daylight. Yeah, I mean, I know Alcat's going to do good by us.
What a
That's not a
surprise.
developer I'm worried about. Though I am a little concerned with Deep Silver being in the mix, because they're the ones that made Metro Exodus a frickin' exclusive on Epic Games.
Your life
Which luckily I
ends
bought it the
now.
day that they had decided, because I don't normally pre-order games, but I did pre-order that the day that they were going to make the Switch,
Fatal mistake.
so I could have it on Steam. Because I just like my collection being in one place. I hate the idea of exclusivity on or on PC. Sorry. Hey there, Harem. Oh, he didn't hang in there. That's not good. He's the one that resurrects.
To pieces!
Yeah, Dead by Daylight's not a game where I would focus on the lore. It's just one of those multiplayer games you used to
I won't be halted.
play. Because, I mean, all those, like, Mike Myers and...
Patience.
I don't know, who the bunny chicken, like, I don't know. It's just it's a mishmash. It's like a fan service thing. It's not a lore-based game.
Out of my way!
At least that's my take on it. I'll throw that out there.
Taste my fury. Unworthy.
Repent.
A clever ploy.
Well, that's fun. Like, I get that too. But then there are some games that I grew up on that I'm really passionate about having a remake, and I don't really care how good or bad it is. I just want the game to get some darn attention. Like Legend of Dragoon.
Consider me provoked.
We do it my way.
I forgot this whole segment of the House of the Edge of Time. Sorry if some of my responses are a little stunted. I'm a little... Oh no 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 no. Not Narissa
Let's
yet.
move already.
So I'm trying to focus a little bit more on the game, so I can keep it pushing forward. Because I do have goals I want to accomplish this this stream. So I've been jumping around a lot and not talking in complete, or not finishing all my thoughts. Which I know some people don't mind, but it bothers me. Yeah, I had a fair bit of Resident Evil myself, mostly just Resident Evil 2. I mean, I got into Resident Evil 4 a lot when it came out. And then in high school I played Resident Evil 5 a lot with my buddy, because it was co-op.
I'm losing my temper.
Played a bunch of Dynasty Warriors as a kid. Jak and Daxter was another franchise I was really into. Legend of Dragoon. Chrono Trigger, of course. Fantastic game. Super Smash Brothers, Pokemon, of course, up until Silver and Gold. Didn't care for Ruby. I got Ruby. Yeah, I just couldn't get into it. But Gen 2, I think that's where they should have stopped.
We do it my way.
Mortal Kombat. Played a bunch of Mortal Kombat growing up. They had a bunch of Doom. I haven't played Doom since I was a kid. I mean, I played Doom 3 when it came out. Resurrection of Evil. What Chrono Trigger is for PC, though, supposedly it's a bad port. I haven't played the ported version, or the Steam version of Chrono Trigger. But there's a port for it if you're interested. It's just, I think it's just one of those timeless games. I think it's even on like the list of greatest games of all time. Because it's just so much was done right in that game. I could gush about Chrono Trigger. Actually, one of the papers I wrote for college was on Chrono Trigger. It's just it's a strong game. Where is... Well, that's fine. I mean, as long as you enjoy what you're doing, it doesn't matter, you know. Again, I didn't watch... I think I watched like the first season of Ruby. I don't know if I finished the whole first season. I don't remember where I left off on it. But I liked it because it was unique. Like, the animation was unique. Also, at the time, I had a fair bit of free time on my hands, so I started watching it.
Head on!
Oh, shoot. What was I doing? Hey, back to the... Did I get that book? Let me make sure I got the book first before I go down there. Did I not get it? I need to get back upstairs, I think. I think I got the book that I needed. Whoopsies. Need to pay a little more attention. Yeah, I mean... It sounds a little bit like, shoot, what's the name of that show based on fairy tales? Storybrooke? Or something like that? That show started off pretty strong, and then it just got really, really bad. Like, it literally got to the point where I couldn't stomach to watch it anymore, which doesn't happen very often in shows. I'll power through some crap, like even with games and stuff. Like I'll power through if I don't like it, because there's always a silver lining. Like I find something to enjoy and I stick with that. But with I think it was Storybrooke, or that was the name of the town they were in. Once Upon a Time? Yeah, that's what it was called. Once Upon a Time. Again, it started off really strong, really cool concept, and then it got so bad. They just kept repeating the same plot over and over and over and over and over again. Any character development, next season it was gone. Just back and forth, back and forth.
Everyone is mortal in this world, especially when I'm around.
But it was based off fairy tales, obviously. Like it was a different take on a lot of the fairy tales. And with Beast from Beauty and the Beast being one of the major players, I was drawn to it because he's one of my favorite Disney characters. Well, I get where people come from with that, but it's hard to not be political. So I see people complain about games being too political, but I have a hard time even finding a game that's not political in nature in some capacity, you know? Now, granted, I'm not familiar enough with Ruby to, make a statement in regards to Ruby's storyline. Most of my opinion is based around, video games.
Onwards!
But, I think I need to go touch Fog or something. Where is Fog at? I think I have to go through here in the other version. Oh yeah, no,
I lead. You follow.
as long as it fits the setting. Like, if you have, like, unnecessary stuff, like, make a good game. You don't have to make statements in your game. I mean, well, you can if you want. It's your game to, like, if the developer wants to, hey, it's their game to make, whatever.
I won't be halted.
As long as they make a good game, I really don't care what they put in it. If the game's good, whatever, you know? Yeah, you're right, Jupes. I gotta be careful. Oh no, we're not buffed up at all. Do I have to fight this? Can I just fall back? Alright. Let's fall back. Let's save, and then we're gonna buff up, and then go fight these guys. Yeah, creators that bash their fans, that's not cool.
We do it my way.
Especially if they're critiquing your product. I mean, take the critique in stride.
Battles await.
Or explain to them why you're doing what you want to do.
My skills
Don't be hostile.
are getting rusty.
Inimosi travisi.
Constructive criticism only benefits. Now if it's just like
Inimosi travisi.
criticism for the sake of criticism, yeah, you can ignore that.
Inimosi travisi.
But if they're trying to be constructive,
Losing my temper.
own it.
Your design.
Ona Adayana. Lisano Danu.
Sorry.
Matricium Durinos. Ronda Gratior. Inimosi travisi.
I forgot how long this dungeon is. It's pretty insane.
I won't let you down.
I guess I usually play it in segments instead of like all at once, so it doesn't feel as long. That's all good, Sith Borak. But yeah, you should try to be the bigger person online and try not to rise to other people attacking you, because it's the internet. I mean, people suck on the internet. Everyone knows that.
Grotus awaits us.
Please, do
Let's
tell.
move already.
It always helps to be the bigger person and just walk away. That's all you gotta do is just walk away. Problem solved. I mean, because I won't lie, despite having a YouTube channel, I don't get a lot of vitriol. I've had a couple comments.
Here.
I had one that was a little bigoted, so I deleted it. I don't like censoring stuff on the channel, but if you put bigoted stuff
Ready and willing.
or intolerant stuff on the channel, it's gone. Sorry, I'm not going to tolerate that. Intolerance for intolerance. I've had a couple funny ones. I had one guy, it was in Polish, and he said that I was slow in the head or something. That was pretty... He said I needed a doctor because I was slow in the head. I think. Again, I was using Google Translate, so I don't know exactly what it said, but it came out something like that. It seemed like it was meant to be
Head on!
an insult, so...
Your life, Ed.
I had one guy, he was complaining about a character creation video I made, saying that it didn't add anything. Like, if you're gonna spend 30 minutes creating characters, you're not adding anything to whatever. I was like, that's a character creation video. It's the purpose of the video. Like, you could have skipped ahead. Because in the first, he said he wasted 35 minutes of his life or something, but like the first 2 minutes I explained that it was a character creation video. That if you didn't like it, you can skip ahead to the next one. So, I don't know. Obviously, he didn't completely waste his life because he wasn't paying attention.
Stand against me.
Yeah, because, well, granted, I did give him the benefit of the doubt because that was before I had established how I do character creation videos. It was my Temple of Elemental Evil playthrough. Instead of labeling it character creation like I did with Pathfinder Kingmaker, I labeled it Our Heroes. But I still gave a disclaimer in the beginning. Like, I wasn't, you know...
Ask.
Some people don't like character creation, so I give them the option to skip it, you know?
Repent.
But yeah, that was just a weird comment. Like, just pay attention, and you could have saved yourself some hassle. Oh yeah, I love watching character creation videos. I hate when people don't do character creation videos for their Let's Plays.
Out of my way!
You never had a chance.
How is Jubilas even being targeted? I only have all my buffs up. Yeah, I mean, it only benefits, and if you don't want to watch it, you can skip to the next video in the playlist. Problem solved for everybody.
Quiet, I'm thinking.
Like, honestly, his comment didn't add anything.
Here.
No one stands in
State
my
your
way.
desire.
Yes, I'm still here.
Which he was one of the comments I called out. I like to have a segment during my channel updates that I do every now and then, like the video versions, where I read a funny comment that I've gotten over the course of like the past month or whatever, but I haven't been getting a lot lately. That was the last one I think I did. Unless it was the Polish guy.
Is such a frivolous term.
I don't remember which one came
prefer
first.
Immortal.
Never
Everlasting.
And then you miss out on all the deaths. If you skip past the combat, you wait to see me die all the time. Honestly, I think combat's probably the more exciting part. Like I said, it depends on like the player as well, because they could be, Octavia, you are not doing this right, friend. Need to get back. I mean, it's all a matter of opinion, but like saying that it doesn't add anything, I don't know. It seemed a silly thing to say to me. Because yeah, it might not add anything to you, but some people might want to see how to build a party.
You never had a chance.
But yeah, again, for the most part, like people that watch my stuff, they're a little older, a little more mature, so I usually don't get. I get usually more mature discussions on the channel, which is nice.
Share your will.
Tashani Savitur! Tashani Savitur! Tashani Savitur!
Yeah, those are probably my least favorite parts because I have to read through all that. When I read for a long period of time out loud, I tend to make mistakes, and I don't like making mistakes. But it's gonna happen. Like, I don't think anyone can read that much dialogue perfectly for that period of time.
Be halted.
I try though. I definitely talked during it. Now I don't know how thorough I was throughout the whole thing. But I definitely talked during it. Am I blinded? I am blinded.
What's new?
Magritio Turinos.
Is that a question or a statement? You said you were gonna ask me a question, and then you told me to make him big and small. It hasn't been happening lately. Even when I don't reload or whatever, he stays the same. So I don't know if I can recreate that that thing. Well, thanks, Boggart. I'm glad you liked my talking. It means a lot considering I talk through my videos.
This is for you.
There you go. Stop her from casting spells. Don't want to deal with that.
Repent.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if I can recreate it, because I never did it on purpose. And I just haven't noticed it happening at all since I've been in the house at the edge of time.
All my knowledge, all my genius.
So I don't know if I can do it again. Regardless, I have to wait for him to get small again before I could try. But I mean, I'll try, definitely. I mean, I'll definitely give it a shot. I'm not turning you down. I'm just... I might not be able to do it.
Yes?
Magritio Turinos. Magritio Turinos.
Because despite what people may think, I'm not perfect.
I'll fight if I have to. Face me if you dare.
Take up there and smack her, Octavia. That's what you need to be doing.
How curious.
You could save scum that, Boggart. I mean, I try not to save scum when I'm playing by myself. When I play off camera, I'm a lot more honest in my playthroughs. But when I'm playing on camera, I want things to be a little faster. So like the Let's Play doesn't get hung up on me going back and resurrecting party members back and forth, or whatever. I don't want to hit dead ends or speed bumps. I want to keep the
Battles await.
content moving forward. Yeah, when I play by myself, I try not to save scum or reload too much. Yeah, I gotta remember, I gotta reset up the Discord. That upsets me that it expires. Because again, I see people post their Discord links. I wonder if there's a way to do it, like a permanent link to it. Yeah, because I've done it quite a bit in this playthrough myself. Done some safe scaling, but I'm not taking this playthrough very seriously either. I'm just trying to knock out some stuff that I haven't done before. I also have chat distracting me, so I can't not focus in on the game anyway. You guys are over there chit-chatting up a storm. I mean, it's almost 11. Ugh. Alright, let's wrap this up. I think I'm just going to do this book puzzle, and then I'm probably going to call it a stream. We'll do Nerissa and the end of the game in the next stream. Oh, I don't like letting traps explode. I like that experience. I do it occasionally, depending on how like the fight afterwards goes. Like, it's very circumstantial. $206 times? Holy crap. I still haven't seen any gameplay for the third installment. I'll watch some gameplay for the Resident Evil 2 remake. But that's because I already know how Resident Evil 2 is supposed to, you know, supposed to look like. That's the Resident Evil I grew up with. $206 times. I don't think I've ever had that much trouble with a boss before. I'd probably say the hardest boss I've ever had to fight was probably the Spawneropagug. Thinking through it. Can't think of anything else that stands out to me. Throughout all the games I've played. The Gauntlet in Underrail was pretty tough, but it didn't take me that many tries. I mean, it took me a few. That wasn't a boss fight, though. Yeah, I can't think of ever having had that much trouble. But I'm looking forward to... We'll see how that goes when I start playing platformers on the channel, because I've never been exceptionally good at platformers. It's one of my... I mean, I love platformers, but I don't play them that frequently, so I'm not that good at them. So yeah, we'll see how that goes, especially games like Hollow Knight that are, you know, difficult anyway. Oh, I'm excited to try it. You might see me get a little tilted. So I think if we go through the fog, we can get something else in that room as well.
Head on! All this waiting bores me.
Gotta find some fog first. Is any of this fog? Here it is. That's not fun. I mean, I like a challenge. Y'all don't usually get to see it on the channel because, again, I want the game to keep pushing forward. In some games, even if I'm having fun and like replaying a fight over and over again, I know that's not always fun to watch, so I tailor it back a little bit. But most games in my free time, I play on the hardest difficulty. Because I like to see if the developer does a good job of balancing the hardest difficulty so that it's still beatable but also, you know, challenging. Because I like having to change how I play. I like having to adapt and approach things in a different way to succeed. I like being taken out of my comfort zone. And I initially thought about making a channel based around that, playing on the hardest difficulty on everything. But I decided against it, because again, it could take a while to get videos out. And then, you know, I have school and other stuff I have to do besides just play games, so I don't have the time to sit there and keep trying at something until I succeed to upload a video.
I won't be halted.
Well, I decided against it, time constraints, mostly. Because still in my free time, I try to play on the hardest difficulty that I can. But yeah, I don't have the time to sit there and try and get these videos out, trying something over and over and over again. That's why sometimes I do get flustered on some fights, because I only have so much time to record and get a video out, so I can't sit there and keep trying it all day.
One stands in my way.
God tier gamer, I'm okay. There are some games I excel at. Others I still need practice. Like if you ask a lot of the Baldur's Gate veterans, I'm not good at Baldur's Gate. But you know what? I can beat the game. So, what do they know? I actually had an idea for all my Let's Plays. I was gonna put together a compilation at the end of each Let's Play, or each series, of all my deaths. It's like one like comedic video, but I don't. I delete my files afterwards because I don't have anywhere to store all these videos I make, so I just delete them. And if for some reason I have to ever re-record something, I'll do it. It's not a big deal. I'll just play through the game again.
So wait.
Yeah, blooper reel of death. But I don't think I died a whole lot in some of the earlier games that I played, so it didn't make sense to do it. Alright, you know what? Let's go and fight Nerissa.
I'm losing my temper.
Speak.
I thought you'd never ask.
Oh, sorry. Was lost in thought.
State your desire.
My skills are getting rusty.
That should probably be good enough, right? Maybe a haste.
I won't let you down.
Yeah, that'd be hard to do because you have limited saves. That's another thing, like playing on Iron Man and stuff can be super frustrating. I've only played one game on Iron Man for a Let's Play, and that was frustrating. Just because like there's so much could go wrong, like a save file could get corrupted. You only have one save file available. You don't want to risk that with a Let's Play, because you make all this progress, you get like 3/4 of the way through the game, and then it corrupts. Come on now, like. So that's another deterrent for it too. I don't like having just the one save.
We do it my way.
You. The mistress punished me for failing to deal with you. Think not of me.
My hound. You have run so long to finally meet your mistress.
Yeah, I played Warhammer Quest on the Iron Man mode, and that was frustrating because things could. You probably haven't watched it, but that so much could go wrong in that game. It was crazy.
What hope do you speak of? There isn't any in the world, nor was there ever. Evil and sorrow are masters of our lives. Let's get this over with. Either I kill you and get the last grain of dust for the apology, or you kill me and carry the memory of Nerissa and her despair with you for the rest of your brief life. Oh, if only you could know how tired I am. After thousands of years in this insane dance of lies and destruction, can I believe that anything will ever be better again? No, it's all in vain. I don't want to fight. Is there anything left to hope for? No future, no life, no redemption. I surrender.
My big thing about games like that is when I upload videos for it, I want to finish a series. I don't like leaving series unfinished. And I also want them to have continuity, and you know, I just don't want speed bumps in my schedule. Because I want people to have content to enjoy every day. So that's what I strive for. Also, Nurse just is rendered, and that's new.
My kingdom, my own kingdom, turned to dust. Become the 1,000th grain for the apology.
I didn't know you could do that. I know you could avoid the Nerissa fight. But I did. Alright, let's do it.
I looked for it for such a long time. So long that I forgot why I needed it. But you, why do you want to return what I lost to me?
Yeah, so the thing with the Briar is if you aren't nice to Tristian, and if Tristian doesn't destroy the Oculus of Abaddon, you do not get the Briar, so you can't romance Nerissa. You have to be nice to Tristian up until Mordecai's tomb to convince him to destroy the Oculus of Abaddon, so that she doesn't get the Briar. Because Iravetti has the Briar. Tartuccio got Iravetti the Briar. But if Nerissa gets the Oculus, she can find out where the Briar is, so she goes and she takes it from Iravetti, gives him a fake one. So when you go and kill Iravetti, you get the fake one instead of the real one. So you miss the option to romance Nerissa here through having access to the real Briar. So you have to be nice to Tristian.
Is that what I think it is? Is that what I feel?
Oh yeah, absolutely, because I was romancing her.
What's been taken from me, can it be returned? If it was freely given, if it were freely accepted. What is it? Why does it hurt so much? Why?
Like I'm standing on top of you.
To remember, to understand. I see it. The pestilence that devoured my beautiful dominion. My dear sisters, friends, neighbors. And all the thousands of creatures it touched. Was it a plague? Poison? No. No. It was me.
I don't know which option is the best here. This one says that I care about her, so maybe this is the way I want to go. I don't know if I want the world to bow to me. I knew I could fix it, and I did. Oh, this one says I care about her, so let's go with this option.
I don't know what I did to deserve such a gift, but it warms my wounded heart.
Alright, yeah, secret romance unlocked.
Whatever we have in front of us, has anyone ever touched me in this way? Oh, my dreams are mine again, and they are 100 times more wonderful in reality. My heart beats again as it should, and now I see, and I know. I could only accept the Briar from one who gave the very thing they took.
I see you around, Sithmore. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Of course, he's back here just chilling, watching.
You've truly, truly upset me, King of the Sand Castle. So much that I find no joy in playing the masquerade anymore. Are you ready to look under the mask? I am a voice from another world that you've heard since you first set foot on the Stolen Lands. A harbinger of doom and change. I am dust and echo, a memory of the past. I am the one who revealed to you the truth about the fallen goddess, who gave you the light capable of dispersing mist.
I am the one who began this story, and I am the one who will end it. I am the eldest of the First World. I am the Lantern King.
His voice is so well done.
So we defeated the puppet. And now, here's the puppet master.
Run!
Of course, that's probably not going to help, but...
You stoop to taking a role at your own theater. How petty of you, eldest.
To drink without quenching thirst. To climb a mountain that has no peak. I staged the performance and you left it without a finale. You took away Narissa, my precious toy, carefully crafted of despair and wrath. I could reduce you to dust, revive you, and turn you to dust once more, here and now. But the universe abhors elegance. So instead I shall repay you with your own coin.
He's gonna pay me. Awesome. I like money.
The warm wind brings a new season, and our life can change the same way. You returned my soul to me, while I'm afraid, have led you to your death. None of us can defeat this enemy. The Lantern King, he who cursed me in the past. Are you baffled? That's perfectly natural. Few can understand the games of the eldest, even I barely can. Our lives are toys for them, our fates
if only,
a ball
right?
of yarn. To knit or to cut, to tie knots or make loops. Is there a difference?
That'd be a hilarious thing for him to do, because he said he could revive us, so he could smush us with a coin, bring us back, and then we could continue the rest of the game. That would have been yeah. Good night, Sith Morak.
Can I put this vast abyss of sense into words? I'll try. The Lantern King likes performances. In one of them, you and I turned out to be the main characters. It's little surprise that he was watching you. He likes masks, hints, and vague words, the meaning of which is revealed only later. But he didn't like the end of the story, and he wants to rewrite it. You returned to me what he had taken. We might go forth hand in hand to build our common future. But now I'm afraid we have no choice but to step through the portal and await our sentencing.
Yeah, he wants... He also gets mad if you ally with her. So if you ally with her, if you kill her, and if you romance her, he gets mad. He doesn't like the First Crown ending either, because the First Crown. It's about the First Crown ending where you give it to Sheikah the Many, because he doesn't like that one either. But it ends the game anyway, because he gets embarrassed by the other eldest during that one, because that's Sheikah playing a prank on the Lantern King. Yeah, you don't get to fight him. It ends it, which is lame. That's why I had that 1 3-hour-long episode at the end of the last Let's Play, because I didn't like that ending.
Can't you guess? To your kingdom. The eldest is there already, with all his wrath. You've already done incredible things for me, my spring. Even if I die, I'll die the way I once was, before the curse mangled me. But everything has its limits, and our power does as well. The curse and the one who cursed me, they are stronger than us. Oh yes, my grumpy cousin. Yes, she hasn't changed a bit, just keeps lecturing me. But she was never as close to me as my sisters. I think that's what saved her from the curse, not some special mental strength. I'm afraid there isn't. But I can help you defeat the eldest.
Yeah, well, he likes pranks.
If I can't be cured, I can at least have my revenge, right?
Doesn't matter if he's the pranker or the pranky, he just likes a good joke. It's like, well, I guess I had that coming.
I will wait for you here. Now don't waste precious time.
Precious time? I'm made of time. So the stream has gone well over what I had initially anticipated. Because I keep forgetting how long this dungeon is.
What a surprise.
It just goes on and on and on.
We do it my way.
Actually, and I never really paid any mind to because I always cut it
If you wish
into
to see your kingdom again, we need to hurry.
half-an-hour episodes. Yeah.
There
Yeah.
isn't. But remember, on the other side is your world, not the eldest's. Each king is stronger on their own land. So let us go. If we've any chance to conquer the unconquerable, it is there, beyond the portal.
That might be the ending that I go for this time around. Alright, I'm gonna call a stream here. It's been a long one, and we got a lot done. Well, we got one dungeon done. Which, in this case, is a lot, so... I'm happy with it. In the next one, we'll wrap up the game, and then I might take a break from Pathfinder for a little bit after that. Play something else for a little while. But we'll see. Did I quick save? I did. Okay. We're good. That's no problem, Boggart. Thanks for attending the stream. And for conversating. I appreciate both. I mean, you have to thank me, because I do it all for you guys anyway. I just enjoy doing it. Hope you have a good rest of y'all's night, morning, day, evening, wherever the day is for you. I will see you guys in the next one.